Chris was the right person to get into business. I like what she represented. She's a strong woman, she's a great trainer, she's a real motivator, and I probably had that, the knowledge of the business, the understanding of the results and how it was tracking. So the combination is a little bit like yin and yang, or I think we've been described as Tweedledum and Tweedledee, or good cop and bad cop, depending on the circumstances. But yeah, a mutual friend of ours from NRMA rang us both up within a 24-hour period and said, hey, you guys need to talk to each other.
And he said, look, I've got somebody who you could work with, and the two of you'd work together, and you should ring Sarah and have a chat to her about it. When I first met Sarah, I was working with NRMA in Sydney, and I'd do training within the state. So I came to Wagga and did some training, and I met her there. And you sort of go to places and you go, oh, that person's switched on, oh, they're pretty good, this branch should be running well. So you can sort of pick up whether people operate well or not. And I thought, oh, she's a bit of a goer, yeah, good on her. A bit younger than me, so you sort of go, yeah, good on her, she'll go places.
It was scary. It was really scary going into partnership, and I would never have done it on my own. I think when you go into a partnership with anybody, you've got to have two people that are different but share similar values.
And you always hear, oh, you know, girls especially working together, oh, that's going to be really bitchy and going to be cliquey, and how does that all work? But I think because we both had young families at that stage, we both wanted a good career for ourselves, we both didn't want to do it alone. So it was great to have that person that you could share that responsibility with, and know that if I needed to do something, that Sarah would be there to back me up. If she needed to do something, I'd be there to back her up. And it's not just a friendship. Friendships are totally different. You know, this is a business relationship. We're selling a product that people need to trust us. We need to trust each other in our business to sell a product. If that trust isn't there, our business won't succeed.
Right from the get-go, we knew that if we didn't agree on something, that we talk about it. So you set those ground rules right from the beginning to set yourself up for success.
So we did this agreement. It was about 30 pages long. We still have that agreement. Neither of us has signed it, but it's there, and we know that that's how we feel. And you know, I trust Sarah with every secret I have, and I know she does the same with me. Every mistake I've seen in other partnerships has been because there's been a lack of trust or a lack of understanding of somebody's wants, desires, goals. And that's where we nutted that out early and said, you know, what do you want to do when you grow up? What do you want to be? What's your life going to be like? I'm really trying to think of a mistake that we've made. And probably happy to say we haven't made a huge mistake. We've got great staff, we've got a great location, we've got great customers, we've got great products. I don't know what to say. Look, I look at our partnership more like a tennis duo or a netball team or something like that, because what you find with some partnerships is that you have two people that sort of want to compete with each other so that one's seen as better than the other one. Whereas if you look at it, like if I'm a doubles player, doesn't matter how good I am, if I don't have the other person, I'm not going to be successful. We actually had a few people waiting, I'm pretty sure, when we first opened. There was people there ready to come in, which when you open a new business, that's exactly what you want. So
yeah. We were lucky that we'd planned it quite well, so we'd had a fair couple of months to advertise. The shop that we relocated to, because it was a relocate as well, which was always a little bit scary, that you hope that your customers are going to follow you, which is another testament to the brand, I guess, that thankfully people did. And as Chris said, we had people waiting there, so it's like,
thank you, it
that's good. I think we've got a really flat management style and a very consultative style as well. So any idea is a great idea. We're not the ones that should be coming up with the idea, and I think any business that runs with the bosses deciding how that business is run wouldn't be how we would
It's only got so much scope. If it relies on a leader, you've got that much scope. If you're in a work team and you've got 20 people, well, you've got that much scope. So our team is gorgeous.
Well, we all love Sarah and Chris. They are compassionate, they are understanding. We have a really flexible employment You know, we can take time out to be involved still with our families. We're all mothers. We all have lives externally outside of work. They're very supportive of that. We know each other's families. We are like a giant NRMA family. They're resilient, I think. They've been able to make a really big impact in a world where it's predominantly run by men. They've been able to prove themselves. You know, they're consistent, they're hardworking.
I think it's really important you love what you do. In saying that, when I was at school and someone said, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" it wouldn't be sell insurance. That'd be the last thing that would sort of come to your head. But I don't think Sarah and I both look at it that we're selling insurance to people. It's more about protecting them, their biggest investments they've ever made. It's about helping people when something goes wrong. There's nothing better than someone coming in and saying, "Oh, my car's been stolen and burnt," and 2 days later they come back and say, "Oh, I've got my cheque already. Thanks, I've got a new car, I want to insure it again."
Chris is involved in Help Cambodia. So she has been doing that for quite a lot of years, has helped build schools in Cambodia by raising funds, runs events throughout the year to help raise money and help underprivileged kids overseas.
I see in Chris somebody who's trustworthy and honest and strong and will speak her mind, but she's also a very good listener, and everything she does is very much about considering other people, their needs, making them happy, making them feel welcome. I call her the hostess with the mostess. She's amazing. She's a great woman.
Sarah in a nutshell. Driven, focused, also soft and strong, strategic and very planned. That's Sarah.
So Sarah's worked really closely with the PCYC Drug and Alcohol Offenders Program. So she's been doing that and has been a facilitator with them for over 10 years. Prior to owning their own business, she also did that as the manager of NRMA and has helped countless people understand the impact of drunk driving and help them through the program, make them aware of what can happen from their actions.
I think success is very different to every single person. What makes you tick is different to what makes me tick. My success is being happy. How do I be happy and how do I create happiness for other people?
There's a peaceful feeling that it's probably more that feeling that you have inside when you don't need to broadcast to people, you don't need accolades necessarily. You know that you feel content, that you feel happy. For me, it's family. It comes back to family. I think that people need to start with understanding themselves and what their strengths are, know what they're good at. I admire entrepreneurs, I admire people that can come up with an idea and bring it to life, and we've got some great examples of that already in Wagga.
Wagga's fabulous, I think. Whether it's sporting, whether it's business, whether it's social, whether it's charity work, whether it's business functions that you go to, you have so many networks here, and that's what works for a business.